it matures. Now, and how did Museveni plan this? Now, last week when we did this show, it was a Thursday. I told you that she had a meeting with the president. And I realized the media did not get the details of that meeting. So they go to State House. When they reach State House, there is Kadaga there. There are 3 bishops, one for the Catholics, one for the Protestants, another one is the chairman of the Pentecostal bishops and priests or pastors. And then I think there was an evaluation in the meeting. There was the president and Anita Mong. Actually, the meeting turns out to not have been about Anita Mong or structure it. When they enter the meeting, Museveni plays an audio and a video where Kadaga had gone to a witch doctor and asked the witch doctor to bewitch and kill Museveni, Mama Janet, Saleh, Mohozi, and Anita Mong, 5 of them. And that, yes, and Kadaga admits to have visited the witch doctor and that these audios that Museveni was playing are actually authentic and true.
No
So
way.
he has to break down and apologize. She has to break down and apologize. So the meeting actually centers around Kadaga's attempt to bewitch and kill the 5.
No.
Then when the meeting ends, the bishops raise an issue of Among's excessive wealth. When the issue is raised, they say, Museveni says, yes, I've received reports that she has accumulated a lot of money, but this information, I need to verify it because I know her house in Ntinda, I am the one who bought it for her. This house in Nakasero, I contributed the money to her building, buying and building it. The house in Chigo, I also gave her some money. So I know about that. And the farm in Bukedia, I am the one who gave her 200 cows. When I visited after 5 years, they had grown to 2,000 or something like that. So at least some of this wealth, I know about it, and I was an active participant. Now, what I need to investigate is these other 50 houses they're talking about. But otherwise, these people are lying. So he asks everybody leaves and asks Among to stay. Since the CDF we are seeing with Anita Mong is an attempt by everybody leaves and asks Among to stay. And Among, since the CDF General Hose had said endorse somebody else, the president says, no, you don't have to worry. You remember, the sake of NRM has already endorsed you. I signed the declaration of sake. How can I? Have you ever known me to change my agreement? So on Thursday, Anita leaves re-energized that she's still in play. That is Thursday afternoon. Friday goes without an incident. I think at 4 a.m. on Saturday, the president calls her and says, I have information that your security is compromised. I need to change your guards. So I'm removing these other guards and I'm putting on SFC. Now, part of the reason, of course, because there had been a small firefight when the SFC came to take over, the VVIP guards who were guarding her tried to resist, and there was a small firefight, and a couple of soldiers were injured. But Museveni reassures her that this is. So Museveni reassures her that no, I'm just changing your guards. Now it is on Sunday that they actually come now to search her house, to search for money and other hidden treasures. And it turns out they can't find the money, so they begin digging the tiles in her house, in her staircase. They think there is a vault under the staircase. Finally, they find only 402,000 shillings.
Okay.
Which was in a box in her son's bed. So in her son's bedroom.
Even that part is true. That they only found 402,000, not the.
Only. No. The other one was social media banter. It wasn't true.
Okay.
So now, of course, everyone who knows Anita Mong knows Anita Mong used to keep huge tons of cash in her house. Everybody who went there walked out with $50 million, or rather with 50 million shillings or $30,000. She used to distribute a lot of cash. And the question, of course, for security is, where did this money go? Did she have such a highly sophisticated vault that she could have pressed the button and some place in the house opens? And because you come Sheng, if we search your house, maybe we may find $1 million, at least mine. You may find about 6.
Maybe
or you may find about 6 million or something. I have to keep some cash at home in case anything happens. I can't go to the bank and I can't use mobile money. So I am inclined to believe that how could it be that they did not find a lot of money at Anita Mong's house? That is what has defied my thinking. So, but what we see is that the primary driver of what we are seeing with Anita Among is an attempt by Museveni to neutralize not a rival, but a potential rival, because Museveni must anticipate threats and neutralize them before they materialize. He cannot afford to have a contest with someone, because I was talking to someone, he said, but look, Anita Among has developed a lot of contact with the police. She's the one who chairs the appointments committee that approves the appointments. And who knows if she has not yet started making inroads with soldiers. You may find she has reached out some commanders and she has compromised them and you not know. So if anything happened and Museveni was not there, people's loyalties may change. And in that context, you may find you don't even have commanders underneath you. So this is a potential beast that needs to be slain in time before her teeth are ripe enough to act. I think that is the fundamental of what has happened.